Are you looking to increase your flexibility? Well, you're in luck, because today we have the author of Yogalosophy For Inner Strength, Mandy Ingber, who's going to show us 4 steps to help us get into the splits.
Let's do this. Okay, we're going to start off in cobbler's pose. This is step 1 to opening up the inner thighs. So you're just going to go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, take a deep breath in, and as you're ready, just exhale and fold forward. So I want you to hold each of these moves for 30 seconds. This is the beginner's version.
That's right.
And we're gonna do frog pose. So let's go ahead and come up onto the knees. Anna, you're just gonna stay right there in that position, and I want you at home to stay there until you're ready to build up to this. So we're gonna go ahead and bring the hands forward and open the knees out to the sides, feet flexed, and we're just gonna go ahead and slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. Good. If you feel any stress on your knees at all, I want you to go back to cobbler's pose. So you can come down onto your forearms, and so this is beautiful over here, but I also want to note that if you shift your weight forward into your forearms, it's a little easier. So you want to go ahead and use the leverage of your arms to push your hips back. And you should feel that pretty deeply.
Oh yeah.
Right, into the inner thighs. Okay, so each of these poses you hold for 30 seconds. We're gonna go ahead and come out of this nice and easy. Bring your hands right below your shoulders, and we're just gonna push down in order to lift the hips up. Great, so that's awesome for opening up your inner thighs.
Ooh, I like that.
The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a lunge. So you want to make sure that your heel is directly below your knee, and you're just gonna hold here, good. And just come into this to stretch out the hip flexor. So breathe into this. Good, the second step is to go ahead and to let your foot flex and open the knee out to the side. And then bring your forearms down to the mat. This is lizard pose, right? So you can hold this for 30 seconds. And you can also go deeper into a pigeon pose. So you just walk your foot forward so that your knee is directly below your shoulder, your ankle is directly below your other shoulder, and then you're gonna come down. So each of these stretches opens up the hips in a different way. So my preference would be for you to do each of them. Good. Okay, so after you've done that for 30 seconds, you're just gonna come out of this just by pushing down to lift your hips up. And we're just gonna go into a pyramid pose. So now we're gonna stretch out the hamstrings. The hamstrings are also really important to stretch out before you work your way into a split. So you want your feet about hip width apart. Your back heel is angled in slightly. And you're just gonna actually extend your sternum down towards the top of the foot. And when you do that, arch your back a little bit. You should probably feel this in the hamstring pretty deeply. Do you?
That's nice, yeah.
Okay, good. So this is step 1. You can remain right here and just allow your head to drop down so that you're relaxed. Good. And then the second step is we're just gonna drop the left knee to the floor and go ahead and extend the right leg. Good. Flex out through the heel. You can either come down into this hamstring stretch or stay in pyramid pose, and when you're ready, you can start to just slide your front foot forward, and you just want to stop wherever you feel your edge, right? Whenever you're looking to find your edge but not go past it, and just breathe into it, and then eventually, over time, after you've practiced this a lot, you're going to be able to bring yourself into a full split. Okay, so my suggestion is that you try these poses 30 seconds each for 30 days and check in on where you are at the end of that time, and you'll find that you have a lot more flexibility. Okay, so we're just to get out of this, we're just gonna rock our weight onto the right hand and swing the left foot forward. And I just wanna finish you guys with a hamstring stretch just to balance out the legs. So again, at home, you'll want to do what we just did on the other side. So go ahead and move the fleshy part of the butt off to the side. Some days more fleshy than others. Let's take a deep breath in, reach up, lengthen the spine, always lengthening before you fold. Exhale, go ahead and you can do like a peace sign with your fingers and hook onto your big toes. Yeah. And then shift the heart forward, chest towards the tops of the feet. And breathe into your hamstrings. Good. So it's really important to remember that, flexibility is, a lot about the way that you're built. So a lot of yoga instructors are naturally flexible with loose tendons and ligaments. So, you know, you might not be as flexible as the person next to you, but you might be like a better kisser. So, you know, let them be able to do the splits. You stick with what you got. Okay, let's go ahead and come out of this. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
That was awesome. I'm gonna practice.
Good.
Feels so good.
I'm going to practice kissing.
Me too.